if you're not going for the legendary fusion, guys, you might as well pick one of these epic champions, which is honestly really, really good for progression, good for the Fire Knight, Curse City, even if you are not progressing through the game. Now, I am currently on the test server. We're going to do a quick spotlight on the new epic champion from the Dwarf faction, Hilda Arnor daughter. Well, have they tried to say Arnold's daughter? Is that what the name is trying to tell me, just with a bit of a twist? Either way, she's an attack champion, Force Affinity, guys, and I know a lot of people might be skipping the Legendary Fusion. Everybody's kind of like trying to anticipate, to prepare for whatever player might do with the turtles, right? And I think getting at least one copy of this epic champion can be really, really helpful. We have in the Curse City a lot of different areas where you need to defeat the Fire Knight boss, right? And she can turn out to be actually pretty damn important. I'm not sure. No, in this one, she's not going to work, not versus this particular one. But there are a lot of different stages where she could potentially work, including right here. And I think she... Actually, no, these are just spirit. God damn it. They are definitely a few stages where we're going to be able to use her, including on my own account, not just progression-wise. That was kind of like what I was trying to tell you, but this is one of those rotations that might not have her at least for Synthrenos. I want to see what type of damage she deals. Is she strong? She's not strong. Triple hitter on the A1, ignores defense, has a chance to steal a buff. Double hitter, right here she has a chance to place heal reduction, and the damage inflicted by the skill increases by 10% for each debuff on the target, stacking up to 100%. Which means that if you are bringing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 debuffs, 10 debuffs, you're gonna do double damage with that, which is crazy. Then this is an AoE attack, buffs the entire team with increased attack, which is really, really good, and has a chance to stun as well. And the passive, all your allies will deal more damage versus enemies that get debuffed by her, which actually makes her pretty interesting even for some of the waves. Now we're gonna do kind of like more chillaxed build, of course. I have a 5-star blessing, but I haven't activated it, so we're not gonna get any of the stats or any of the effects whatsoever. And we have a Savage, and I was looking to give her a Perception set as well next to it, but I was just looking for whatever random pieces I have that are not too good. And it seems like I forgot to actually put that on her, but I'm quickly gonna do it right now. Like this, we're just gonna be able to basically get everything up and running. I have a lot of good pieces from Perception, though. That's the only thing, because I'm not really keeping the trash ones. So that might make my life a bit more difficult in terms of giving her a different set. So that will work. And then we have something that won't make me drop a lot of crit rate. I mean, this could work. We're going to be on 99% crit rate, whatever, okay? We'll take the hit right here. But that's something pretty decent in terms of progression-wise, how you should build her. Savage, Perception, if you have some Pinpoint is good. If you don't have Pinpoint, go with whatever gear you might have. And potentially, if her damage is not that crazy, a Relentless set could get the job done as well. But these are her total stats. We have 4.5k attack, we have 200 speed, 99 crit rate, which I hate to see, 250 crit damage, and I have a lot of accuracy because I've just gave her the Perception, right? Masteries, we have offense, support, and I actually went with Giant Slayer on her for the moment. The whole idea is you can use her in areas like the Fire Knight, even versus this one. She is weak affinity, but it doesn't really matter. Now, I just threw in some random champions in there. An Allure, a Thoughtbore, an AoE damage to clear the waves. Rather than bringing in Seer to speed farm this, this will get a job done as well, you know. We don't necessarily need to do anything crazy. Now, we will have one ally attack from Morag. A small ally attack from her. We're going to have Apothecary with 3 hits. A few weak hits from there, which doesn't matter, because I will take her in for a spin to see her damage in the Dragon Dungeon in a bit. Now, she's not really a Fire Knight killer on the hard mode difficulty unless you have a team that will just go on and survive, right? But she can definitely work very nice on the normal mode, which is definitely the place where the majority of people progressing through the game will be. Now, we've got a lot of weak hits from her versus this stage. This is stage 25, Spirit Affinity. I could go versus stage 20 after. We can do a stage 22 with the same team. So we managed to get in an ally attack. We drop the shield. Bang, we put a heal reduction with her. Beautiful. And then Allure will do a bit of controlling. We dropped a bit of defense with the Blessing right there. 10k, 12k. I'm not expecting to see insane numbers from her kit right here. But she's a pretty good epic champion coming with a fusion. And honestly, if you're not going for the fusion, it's kind of like a no-brainer to pick at least one copy of the champion. You might eventually end up in pulling her. We gain the increased attack. Now Morag will not benefit from it. But Bar and Allure will, which is pretty good. Another ally attack. Bang. Drop a bit of thermometer. It's not like she's doing the whole carrying in here or anything like that. The heal reduction will become more important when you are running basically teams that allow the boss to take turns, right? And I can definitely do that on stage 20. We're going to take Allure out of here. And instead of Allure, let me just look to bring in another random epic champion, something that might be supportive rather than damage, and that will get the job done. Maybe a Godseeker and Eerie, if I can see one. Maybe not. Who do we have in here as a support? Like half of my epic champions are all in the freaking vault. There we go. That looks a bit better. So, Godseeker or anyone else. Okay. Even a Ractor Dread could work in there. Doesn't really matter. It's just to have an extra champion there. So here, we're going to rely more on Morag to kill the waves. And then we're going to rely more at the boss. On her at the boss, right? Because she's going to put a heal reduction. We're not going to control the boss. So I'm expecting that boss to take turns. You see the damage is already better when we're not going versus weak affinity, strong affinity, and weak hit all the freaking time. A Phantom Touch would be the most ideal blessing for her, especially for this content. At 6 star, if her damage turns out to be crazy good, even a Crushing Rant could work. But we're gonna try that as well and see how she plays out. Now this boss should definitely be taking a turn here, and unfortunately we did not. We did have the heal reduction on. Okay, I was gonna say, did we have the skill available? Okay, increased attack, 122k with the AoE, pretty decent considering what stats we have on her. Okay, the boss takes a turn, no healing because of the heal reduction. So that's where heal reduction champions become more efficient, right? Okay, a double hit right there. We have the Giant Slayer, which brings quite a bit of damage. I do want to try her with Helm Smasher. I was trying to look on different websites if they have the multipliers posted, but it seems like nobody does it. Look at that, 49, 49, 49 with the Giant Slayer. That added up quite a bit of damage. Now, of course, Morag will wear the crown in here because she destroyed the waves. Okay. But we managed to get this down pretty damn quick. Hilda, 690k. Morag, 1.8 million because she destroyed the waves. But that's basically something that you can do with her, and I can do with her too, in the endgame versus the Cursed City. Now, if we're going to go on to the Dragon Slayer, I'm still going to go on stage 10 hard mode, regardless of what champion we are bringing in here. But I want to bring a lot of debuffs to the table. So maybe we're going to bring in a Tomb Lord. Who else brings me a lot of debuffs? So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 debuffs like that. I could potentially bring in an HP burn. I don't want her because she's going to do too much stuff. Let's bring in a Venus. And let's bring in Hilda. Because she brings her own increased attack, we don't have to worry about it too much. Okay, so we've got some debuffs. We're going to put HP burn. We're going to try and put some poisons. Oh, put them all. Okay, nice. With this skill, attacks an enemy twice, and deals double damage, almost, if we have 10 debuffs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we can go versus Venus. She's the tankiest out of all of them. But we need to self-buff before, actually. So we're going to go with this skill. Okay, 59, 69. Not crazy damage with the AoE or anything like that. I'm going to max the debuffs on that Venus. And we have the increased attack right now. And we really have a lot of debuffs. So I'm very, very curious to see with 10 debuffs what she's going to do with that A2 skill. Keep in mind, it's a standard build, pretty average. We are on the hardest stage, the tankiest stage in the game, more or less. No blessing, no helm smasher. 110 and 101. That is actually really, really good damage for a champion that has a build like this. So if you bring in a lot of debuffs to the fight, you're really going to get a lot of work done. I actually quickly want to try the A1 skill too. I've just realized I haven't done it yet. While we still have the increased attack, let's see if we can drop some turn meter there. Beautiful. And with the A1, we're going to go versus a different enemy. We have some debuffs. Don't kill her. Stop it. Do not kill her. We're going to go versus Dachagur because he's just looking at me. So let's see. 18, 22, 20k. Okay, decentish damage with that. So it's not necessarily the hardest hitting champion, but the damage was really not bad with the second skill. What I'm going to do now, just to kind of like see her potential a bit better, okay? We're going to try to give her a big boy build because nobody has freaking multipliers anywhere at the moment. So we want to try that out. Why don't I have space? These arena rewards on the test server are so freaking annoying. You don't keep them anyway. We don't need that gear. Stop giving them to us. Stop giving them to us. So I'm not going to give her... should I give her actually a Merciless set or should I give her a Savage set? Like, I'm going to give her the Savage set from Georgie. There we go. We have a bit of an excess on the crit rate. And I'm going to give her an attack banner instead of the accuracy one. And that should seal the deal. This is a good one. I don't need to go like crazy on the stats. 6.7k attack, 312 crit damage. Her base attack is fairly low. So that's why we're not going to reach like 9k attack or anything like that. Plus, we don't have the blessing on. And I'm going to put a blessing on too, which is the Phantom Touch. And I'm going to change the masteries a bit because I want to see a Helm Smasher. So let's go like this, that, this, that, bang, bang, and bang. We're not even going to bother with the other three because we don't need it. And let's give it a go now in the same area. I'm very curious to see how much damage we are going to do. But in order to be able to rotate the skills faster, I'm actually going to bring an increased attack. So that will seal the deal. Okay. Debuffs! Give them all to me. HP burn. Maybe we'll land some hacks. Beautiful. Land them all. Even more. Oh, and I can put even more block buffs. There we go. So right now I can go in straight with this skill. Let's see. Venus, are you ready? Ooh, that was nasty. 200k, 370k or something like that. So we've dealt over 500,000 damage with her second skill, which means that she has very good multipliers. But of course, they're nowhere to be found at the moment, which is okay. Let's see the AoE attack, which doesn't really have to do anything with debuffs on them, but that's fine. We can land the stun. Maybe I'm going to come back after and try the AoE again. 199, 176k is alright. The AoE is not that powerful. At least it doesn't seem that powerful. Which is pretty good for the second skill anyway. Because if you're going versus the Fire Knight, you don't really care about the AoE damage. So let's not put so many debuffs, so we're not kind of like filling the screen with debuffs. And now we can go with the AoE attack. 175, 194, but you manage to drop in a stun as well, which is like a huge bonus. Really helpful. One thing that I want to try is just using her without tons of debuffs to see the damage on that skill. So You're out. You're out. We're gonna keep the 3 of them in here. And let's quickly find out. Just defense down and weaken, you know? Okay, and let's go. 157, 169. Even like this, we almost one-shot Venus. With an epic champion that has a good build. Let me just not say decent. A good build now, because I forgot that we were looking at it without the blessing. So, in terms of damage capabilities, she has them, okay? She really, really has them. With the second skill. This one is a bit average. Under average, probably. Below average because of the damage, but you have the stun and the increased attack on the rest of the team. So, if you guys are not going for the Legendary Fusion, definitely consider in keeping at least 1 copy of this epic champion. You might be able to get a few rares from doing different events, maybe pull some rares and fuse the epic champion. Or even considering keeping a copy of the epic champion. I can't remember if he was from which faction. I literally forgot his faction though. I'm not necessarily his biggest fan, as in the rare champion. Let me just quickly see. I have him available on the account. I forgot the faction right now. But a lot of you guys tend to like him. For me, a very good rare champion is something like... what's the Silver Watchers, but I've missed it. Something like a Cold Heart, Apothecary, Soulbound. Those are good rare champions for me. So this is not at that level, but a lot of you guys think that is a good one. Triple hitter with a big version of decreased speed, yes, is nice. Provoke, the ally protection, counter attack, and that goes really well with the first skill. Maybe you're gonna end up in using him somewhere. I don't see myself using him in any content at the moment, but worth keeping 1 copy of this bad boy as well. That was all for this one. Much love, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.